All right, guys, I was asked to do a short video here on my preparation and equipment for the Lancaster 2026, Lancaster Classic 2026. Before I do that, I would like to thank uh, Santo, Chris Johnston, Rob Koffold, and all those men and women who have gone and shot the Lancaster Classic, who have been the longbow outlaws, who made it possible for there to be a class at the Lancaster Classic. Last year was our first class there. This year, Rob has told us we could get the big stage, and man, it has ignited a wildfire for the longbow community. So thank you, guys and girls who had a hand in that, who made it all possible. Um, Hope this video is okay. I'm kind of dealing with the wind a little bit. I'm outside. I didn't want to shoot inside today, uh, mainly because my shop's a mess and I didn't need all the comments and everything about that. So going forward from there, this year at the Classic, I'll probably be shooting a Chuck Hall's longbow. This one is 38 pounds at 30 inch. I had to drop down poundage a little bit. I was shooting a Roots longbow. Really love Roots. Great product. But I sustained an injury to my left shoulder late last winter. And if you're at the Classic, you can ask me about that injury. Work related, kind of. I don't want to go into a lot of detail here on Facebook. We'll keep the mystery there. But if you see me at the Classic, ask me about that injury. It's got a pretty cool story behind it, other than now I can't pull a very heavy bow anymore, for a little while anyways. So part of my preparation is I'm going in from 3D season to indoor season. I just shot my 23rd 3D tournament for the season yesterday. So I'm transitioning over into indoor. One thing that I'm going to do a little different is I'm going to continue to shoot carbon arrows um, through my practices. There's a couple reasons behind that. One, I don't want to beat and bang on my wood arrows. I shoot between 100 and 200 arrows a day, 6 days a week, and I really don't want to do the wear and tear on my wood arrows. So I'm going to continue to shoot carbons. Now, I will tune my bow to my wood arrows, which I still have to build. That's one of the reasons I'm not shooting them right now. But I will tune the bow to that. My carbons will be semi-tuned, but they will be more consistent arrow to arrow than my wood arrows. The reason that is a big deal to me is I really like to have consistency in my practices. I don't want to deal with uh, is this arrow straight? Is this arrow not straight? Um, the weight differences between them, the spine differences. I'd rather get into a little more forgiving arrow, shoot my groups, and work on the problems that I'm having or work on the things that I want to work on. Coming out of the 3D season, we're trying to hit a 10 ring at 25 yards and in. When you go indoor, you're at 20 yards or 18 meters trying to hit a quarter. So I've got to be much more consistent with my tune and my process during an indoor season. So having said that, what my indoor season will look like leading up to the Lancaster Classic, I will shoot two different leagues, little local leagues here. I will shoot the Texas Ringer coming up. That's going to be a great tournament with a lot of good archers at that tournament. So that'll be some of the competition that I need to shoot against to be proficient or be where I want to be. Um, I will run between 35 and 40 indoor tournaments between now and March, which will be the NFAA Indoor Nationals. But I will run probably 30 of those before Lancaster. Be shooting the TSO series here in Kentucky. That leads down in Tennessee. They've got a shoot down very similar to the Classic. So that'll be good practice going into the Classic. Be shooting the USA Archery tournaments, the NFAA tournaments, and so forth and so on. But the main goal this year is to get to the Classic and do good. Last year, I shot a little under where I wanted to. I think I ended up 12th at the Classic. Should have been a lot higher, but went there and learned a lot. Um, Came back home and hear a lot of people now talk about it's time to start working on Lancaster. I think those of us that were there last year probably started working on it the weekend we got home. I don't think there was only a couple guys that were happy with what they did, and I think those guys were at the top of the list. So I think this year it's going to be a lot different. We're going to come in, we're going to work a lot harder getting up to the Classic. We've got some guys coming in from overseas. We've got some big names that are coming from other divisions to shoot longbow this year. I think Santos said yesterday he was hoping to have 130, 140. I personally think we're going to see a lot more than that. It's going to be the who's who of the longbow world. So if you've got any reservations about coming or not, if you're on the fence about it, come on. We need you there. Our goal as archers is to make sure that the Classic continues to grow. And having said that, guys, I've been accessible on Facebook quite a bit. I've probably had 20 or 30 archers message me in the last couple months. I'm sure some of our other guys have too, guys and girls. We are very accessible. So if you've got any questions as an archer, reach out to some of us that have been to the Classic before. Reach out to the ones who've done well, and they are a wealth of knowledge. Watch their videos, see what they're learning. I know Michael Davenport puts out quite a few videos. Clay Sanderson across the pond in Denmark, he does some videos. Check out our podcasts out there. I know the Push does a podcast. There's several podcasts out there. Those guys and girls who do those podcasts and those videos are a wealth of knowledge. So get on, check them out. And as far as accessibility, when you come to these tournaments like Lancaster, you can walk right up and talk to world champions, talk to national champions. You know, we're very accessible, and we really want to see this sport grow. We talked about my bow a little bit. My arrows, I will end up making my arrows. My tab that I'm running this year, I had Dan Rodriguez from Michigan reach out to me through David Snyder. David Snyder runs the Whiskey City Trad Gear there in Milan, Indiana. And I'm actually be running his quiver this year, the Hipster quiver. Go check it out as well. But the tab that I'm running is a 2 Trad tab, is the name of it. Brand new company Dan has started up. And this is actually the Starks model, so I hope it lasts and does good. He's got another model he's coming out with, the Contour. But these are 2-finger tabs. Anybody that's been around me knows that I shoot 2-finger. This finger works half the time it doesn't. I have a hard time getting it off the string. So I can put this finger on that hook, shoot it 2-finger tab. Everything stays flat back here. This is a great tab. So any of you guys that are interested in shooting 2-finger, come check it out. If you're around me through any of these indoor tournaments or the Classic, I'm hoping to have a pocket full of these. I can hand them to you, let you shoot them, let you see what you think about them. But I'll try to get you in touch with Dan. He's a brand new company starting up, so we'll give him a shout out there. Really like his tabs. So I guess as far as the rest of the video goes, Michael Davenport and Clay Sanderson have both done videos, and they shot a little bit, so I guess I'm obligated to do that. I hope I have the same results as those guys. Both those guys are world-class archers, without a doubt. I got to shoot with both of them over in Slovenia at the World 3D Championships last fall. Amazing archers. Michael and Clay have both went on to set records, national records, with longbow in each of their countries. So I'm going to take a step back. A little bit of my preparation here is I am strictly working on form, process, and grouping down there. So I'm trying to be as consistent as I can here. I'm going to throw a few arrows out and we're going to see what it looks like. That was a little weak, a little plucky. That's fine. Been talking for the last 10 minutes instead of shooting. That felt a lot better. So like I said, that first arrow I shot, that would have been an 8 in 3D, but it's not an 8 at indoor. So I've got to get used to getting back like I can shoot. A little plucky there, but still managed to be a decent arrow. And Michael Davenport, you were exactly right. When you turn on that camera, it sure does turn the nerves on too. I think I may have busted a knock that time or hit fletchings or something fell down there anyways. A little better. Not a bad group. First arrow was a little rough. True to form, I'm not going to cut the video. We're going to do the walk down there and everybody can see just as I am where I'm at. Like I said, I'm not even worried about aim points, all that. Just looking for consistency. So there it is. I'm gonna get the camera here. This was my first shot. Little arrow slappage going on in there. Not even worried about it. Like I said, the bow's not even tuned for these arrows. I just threw them together. All I'm trying to do in my process or my preparation for the Lancaster Classic is just be more consistent on the line. That will hopefully look a lot better in the next month or two. But like I said, we're all working for the Lancaster Classic right now. Thanks Santo. Thanks Rob for getting it out there. All the men and women who've had a hand in making it possible at the Classic. But most of all, guys, get out, shoot, and we'll see you at the Classic. Thanks.